Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into something pretty interesting. You know, you hear about it all the time, but maybe you haven't thought about it quite like this. We're looking at the mindset of kings.
Ooh, I like that. The mindset of kings.
Yeah, so, it's what's taken Real Madrid to the top, right? I
Yeah.
mean, they've just been dominant for so long.
Right.
We're going to be looking at an article that goes deep into it, like how they stay there, what's going on, behind the scenes, not just the wins.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're trying to unlock that secret, almost like a psychological, what makes them tick kind of thing,
Yeah, it's like a blueprint, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
blueprint. A
Yeah.
blueprint for success in the world of football.
Exactly. And you know what's fascinating to me is how this mentality, it's almost baked into the club, right? It gets passed down.
Yeah.
It's not just about talent,
Yeah.
It's something deeper.
Right. And the article points to some legendary figures who really embody this whole mindset of kings thing.
Mm-hmm.
You've got, Alfredo Di Stéfano way back
Oh, yeah.
in the 50s. He's building the foundation, right?
Right.
And then, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, he takes that intensity
Yeah.
and cranks it up even further.
It's amazing to think about them. Like Di Stéfano, he was the leader, almost like a general. He's instilling that winning spirit from the beginning.
Right.
And then you have Ronaldo, just this force of nature pushing everybody to be perfect.
Right.
But both with that same drive, you will not accept anything less than a win.
Right. But, okay, so that's individual, right? So how does that turn into a collective mindset of kings?
Mm.
Because it's not just about one or two star players.
No.
It's the whole team,
Yeah.
right? The article makes that really clear.
Right. And I think that's where the history comes in. 14 Champions League titles.
Oh.
I mean, just think about that.
Yeah.
That creates a culture where anything less than a trophy
Feels like a loss.
feels like a failure.
Yeah. I mean, talk about pressure.
Huge pressure.
Right. But it's not just pressure to win. It's how they deal with it. It's
Yeah.
how many times have we seen these crazy comebacks?
Yeah.
It's like they're immune to the stress that would just crush other teams.
Yeah. Right. It's remarkable. Like that. Remember the PSG comeback?
Oh, yeah.
2021-22 season.
Oh, that was wild.
And La Decima. Right. I mean, they were, seconds away from defeat?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's not just skill. That's mental toughness.
Exactly.
That's like a Real Madrid trademark.
So we've got this pattern. The legends set the tone. That leads to this expectation of winning. But then, how do they get that mental toughness?
Right.
How do you stay cool under that pressure?
Yeah. And here, the article really highlights Zidane, and I think it's fascinating. His coaching style, he's so calm, but authoritative too,
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't just about, the game plan. It was about belief. That's what he instilled. You never give up.
Right. So it's to lead Real Madrid, you can't just coach the game. You have to coach the mentality, right?
Yeah. You have to tap into that history.
Yeah, wow. But then you think about the players,
Oh, yeah.
the guys actually out there on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you imagine that pressure playing for Real Madrid?
Yeah.
It's
really
got to be immense.
It's immense. And here's the thing, the article, it suggests that instead of being crushed by it, players like Benzema, Modric, Kroos,
Oh, yeah.
they're fueled by it.
Wow.
They're used to it. That's just their life, playing with the weight of history on them.
Okay, so they've taken that mindset of kings and they've turned it into a strength.
Yeah.
It's not just talent. It's this understanding that they're part of something bigger.
Yeah, it's like they're carrying the hopes of, I don't know, an entire nation, And
All right.
the article talks about that, how important Real Madrid is to Spain. It's not just a team, right?
No.
It's part of their identity, their pride. Spain, they have a history of success. And Real Madrid, it's a symbol of that.
Yeah, it's huge. Which, just makes that pressure even more intense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's not just winning for your club. It's representing your country on this global stage.
No wonder those fans are so passionate. It's crazy.
Exactly. And that passion, it creates an environment where, only the best survive,
Oh, yeah.
The expectations are massive and everybody's watching you constantly.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be tough. It's like a trial by fire.
Oh, yeah. It really is. But what's interesting is the article says it's not just fear of failure driving these players.
Right.
Or letting down those fans.
Yeah.
There's this sense of duty. They have to uphold the legacy, of the club of Spanish football.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're playing for something bigger.
Absolutely. That's powerful. You're tapping into this energy, this history of wins and losses, and you're part of it. That's got to be motivating. you know, especially when things get tough.
Yeah. So we're seeing this mix, right? Legendary players, a culture that demands wins, this ability to like thrive under that pressure, leadership that builds that mindset. And on top of that, you've got this connection to Spanish national pride.
It's a lot. And it's not just about trophies. It's like a way of facing challenges, a belief in yourself and your team.
Yeah.
And the article talks about some specific moments, like really show this mindset of kings in action.
Oh, like what?
Well, for example, there
Yeah.
was this moment in the 2018 Champions League final.
Right.
Liverpool was like really putting on the pressure,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of teams would have crumbled. But Real Madrid, they stayed calm, focused, and they pulled it off, you know?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
But it makes you think, like, how much is just talent, right?
Yeah.
Versus something they learn, something that's developed.
Right.
Can you really teach someone to have this mindset?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? Like, can you build a mindset of kings? In the article, it doesn't really have an easy answer.
Right.
But it does say that part of their success is they find and develop players who already have some of these mental traits, like resilience, discipline, a strong work ethic.
So it's not just about the skills, it's about personality.
Right. You
Oh,
got to have
yeah.
the right mindset to fit in. And then once you've got those players, it's about creating an environment where they can, like, thrive, you know?
Oh, yeah.
The training, the coaching, the way the clubs run, it all reinforces that mindset of kings.
Which kind of leads to the question, right, can you copy this?
Right.
Can other teams, other organizations, I don't know, even just people, can they learn from Real Madrid?
Yeah. That's what makes it so interesting. We're not just talking about football. We're talking about, like, human potential, right?
Right.
The power of your mindset to do amazing things. And even if we can't, you know, perfectly copy what they've done, there's got to be some lessons we can take away.
Yeah.
Stuff we can use in our own lives.
So as we kind of wrap up this look at the mindset of kings,
Yeah.
I want to ask you, the listener, what stands out? What resonates with you?
Yeah. And more importantly, what can you take away from this? You know, how can you use this in your own life with your own goals?
Yeah, it's like we've got this roadmap, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but we got to figure out how do we actually use it.
Yeah, we're not all going to be, you know, playing in a Champions League final.
Right, exactly. But we can still learn from the best, right?
Absolutely. Like, remember what we talked about, that unshakable belief in yourself, you know, putting in the work, staying calm when things get crazy, surrounding yourself with the right people. I mean, that's stuff that works anywhere, right?
It's true. It's like they've tapped into this mental strength that, I don't know, most of us haven't even thought about.
Right.
It's pretty amazing, but kind of scary too, you know?
Yeah. But here's the good news. The article, it says this mindset of kings, it's not like some special gift only a few people get.
Right.
You can build it, practice it, get better over time.
So it's about pushing yourself, right? Getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. And learning how to handle those tough moments.
So it's not about becoming the next, you know, Ronaldo.
Right.
It's about finding your own version of that mindset, you know?
Exactly. Like, what drives you? What makes you want to be better?
Yeah. Yeah.
And for everybody, that's going to be different. You know, for some people, it's like getting over stage fright, giving a presentation,
Yeah.
you know? For others, it's, I don't know, running a marathon. It's about finding those things that hold you back and then using what we've talked about to break through.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of optimistic, you know, like maybe we all have a little bit of that mindset of kings in us.
Maybe.
We
Yeah.
just got to find it. And then, you know, let it push us to do great things.
Yeah. And who knows, like maybe just by studying these amazing people, understanding what they do, how they think,
Yeah.
we can all reach a level like we never thought possible.
It's something to think about. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder all this.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the mindset of kings.
Keep exploring, keep pushing those limits, and remember, your mind is powerful. We'll see you next time.